Welcome back to Math 171 Pre-Calculus Algebra. In this video, we're going to talk about really the most basic way of finding the zeros of a polynomial function, which is by factoring. I will tell you that later on in this course, we are going to learn some more advanced ways of figuring out zeros of a polynomial. But for now, we're just going to use the factoring techniques that we've seen before. So we have f of x, f of x squared. F of x equals negative x to the fourth plus 4x cubed minus 4x squared. So the first thing that I'm going to do with this is just set that equal to 0. So I've done that. But now I can immediately see that everything in there has a factor of x squared, although I'm going to go ahead and pull it out as a negative x squared. So we get negative x squared times x squared minus 4x plus 4. And the reason I pulled that out as a negative x squared is that I'm now going to go ahead and take the liberty of multiplying both sides of this equation by negative 1. It's not going to do anything to the 0. It's just going to give me x squared times x squared minus 4x plus 4 equals 0. Well, now I can factor what's in that parentheses, and you may recognize this as being a perfect square. So you have x squared times x minus 2 squared equals 0. And setting both of those factors equal to 0, x squared equals 0, I get x equals 0. Then x minus 2 squared equals 0. I get x minus 2 equals 0. X equals 2. So those are the zeros, but one thing that we have to be careful of is that we started with a square here. And we also started with a square here. When that happens, we do have to account for the fact that there's multiplicity going on here. So whatever exponent you get on that factor is going to be the multiplicity of that 0. And that multiplicity comes into being important when we talk about the behavior at the zeros, because that's going to be that n that's on the factor that we talked about. So that's going to conclude this video. In the next video, we're going to talk about using the intermediate value theorem to get some information about a polynomial.